This is Trash Fish. I don't think that we have so we've been doing this for a while now with a different show.
Yeah.
I don't know if we necessarily have to go into a full-on, welcome back, here we go. These are the hot nothing like that.
I mean, it's a new show. There's no welcome back, I guess.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
We're not really picking up from anywhere, so maybe we have some new viewers. We'll get some new viewers.
Yeah.
I'm Miles.
I'm Tim.
And this is our
This is
new adventure called Trash Fish.
Yeah.
Don't ask about the name.
Because, I'm going to try to explain it. I feel like that's going to be the jumping off point. So it's going to be sort of like a video podcast. Hopefully also just an audio version as well will be.
Yeah, we're hoping to do some live streams on the Twitch and some audio out there on your favorite audio platforms.
Yeah. We were doing a show. It was very sort of specific and centric to one thing.
Some specific niche, little box we put ourselves in. Rap roll call.
Yeah.
Talking about hip hop. People started saying we were a hip hop news show.
Yeah. And I think we're trying to open up that box and dig our way back out
to
what we ultimately just kind of want to do, which is just having a little bit of lively conversation. It can go all different ways. This is kind of what our relationship is in a lot of ways. Just sort of bullshitting, having some poignant moments, and then sort of back into some weird bullshit. I don't know any better way to get into this, but I'm sure people will see this and wonder about the name Trash Fish. Apparently, there is some connotation to it as a derogatory term for fish.
It's like a shitty catch. It's garbage fish. Maybe some kind of river fish you don't want to catch. I don't fucking know,
but for us, it definitely came from working together at a place where the
place that shall not be mentioned.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, some of you will probably figure this out. Basically, what would happen is we both worked ran, and we, at the end of certain cycles of days, would pull product off of shelves, put it in a cooler, and some stuff, it's maybe not necessarily sellable to the public, but other employees could come and take a look through it.
Just kind of use at your discretion, free food.
And some of that at times is fish. It didn't matter. Everything kind of just got coined Trash Fish at that point. I mean, that was what it was.
Well, we had a gentleman who, I don't know, I guess you could call him an enthusiast or a trash fish hobbyist. He collected write-off or spoiled products.
Yeah.
This guy just hoarded this stuff, and I thought for years, how is this guy eating so much trash fish, spoiled meats and produce and stuff. And then it turns out right before he quit, that he had been running a business off of our spoiled product. He was running a kitchen with trash fish. I mean, and look, I have been on Reddit recently, and there's a lot of posts about look at what 500 pounds worth of food can go to. But this was clearly. And I see all these zero waste grocery stores or grocery stores where you name your price and it's all spoiled stuff that would go to a food bank or in a dumpster can or whatever. But
and I think there's something to be said. I mean, I currently work in that industry, and we try to donate a lot of stuff to places around town to get used. But there's also a limit. And there's also because the difference, I think the big difference is if it's being used and donated and then given to people, because presumably it's left up to whoever is taking that in and then culling through it, figuring out what is edible. This guy was selling shit.
He was
making or I think he was trying to cook meals with it.
And the thing with seafood is just, I mean, if we're gonna spoil something in the food industry, it's got to be seafood. That shit's almost bad as soon as it gets flown in from the Pacific.
We live in the desert, so it's already not good.
Yeah, like, I mean, you really shouldn't be eating a lot of seafood here anyway. Yeah. But, I guess trash fish, I don't know.
It just sort of turned into a thing. I mean, it was just like a funny joke.
It's a term we've used for like certain kinds of people.
Yeah.
I guess the trash fish is something like beyond like repair or beyond like I don't know. I mean, it's being repurposed or used in any way. It's like a dumpster fire like times 2 or something.
Yep.
It's like you don't fuck with that trash fish.
Yeah. Or you do. I mean, that's the thing. Or there's people who clearly just find a way. I mean, that for me, like that is a bit of a segue. For some reason, I've been dealing with a lot of people recently. And maybe this is a question for all of you out there. I work in an industry that requires, it's food, it's grocery. There's going to be issues with food. People are going to bring things back. And something I've really run up on are people who just, it turns into a way for them to just like take things home. And in my head, just clearly just abuse like the storage of said product and then bring it back like we were somehow accountable. Like I just don't understand the lack of shame that people have when it comes to, I mean, maybe I just was raised differently, but where it's like, I bought this, it stayed in my refrigerator for like 2 weeks, and then when I tried to use it, it was bad, but it's somehow your fault.
It's your fault.
And I don't...
My mom's boyfriend would eat at a restaurant and like clear his fucking plate.
Yeah.
And then ask for a refund or ask for it to be recooked.
Oh, Jesus.
He would eat a whole plate of enchiladas or a burger or something and then say, there wasn't enough green chili, or like this wasn't what I ordered eggs. But he would finish it and then be like, can you bring me what I ordered, and like, harass the server. And it's the same sort of thing.
Taking
advantage,
like the bizarre level of enabling that, like,
and those people who do shit like that, like the sad truth is some part of them probably thinks that they're like right. There's like this self-righteous side to it. It's not just like exploitation. I think a lot of times people are like,
I mean,
they feel like they're in the right.
Yeah.
This is my right as a consumer to like make this complaint.
Right. Well, and
I wore this dress to prom and it got covered in, questionables and ripped to pieces, but you didn't seem a powerful enough dress for my lifestyle, and
I want my money back.
I want my money back. Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I've been like raised sort of in like a time and age where it's, kind of like, and I still, very much believe this, like, look, I work for like a, corporate entity, like, and I still am very much like, fuck corporations, like you make plenty of money, like no one's being, really like hurt or harmed ultimately. But like there is this weird, maybe it is me getting older, like maybe it's me working in the industry, but there's like a weird like deterioration of just like a norm when you can just sort of like take advantage of the system. I mean, I've seen bottles of wine returned with like this much wine in there, and they're like, yeah, we didn't like it. Like,
yeah,
come now. Like that's, and I mean, ultimately coming back to trash fish, there was a moment where I think you were working there at the time, working with me, when somebody came back and said that
somebody complained about some old ice cream or something. Yeah.
Well, no, somebody took home bad meat and then tried to cook it, and they were like, I think it made me sick. And I think that like my response was like, you fucking idiot. Like it's already on its way out. Like it's free to you. You are the employee. Like you're taking it home. You can't then return to me and be like, yeah, it didn't taste
Something
so
was
good.
wrong with that free spoiled meat.
Fuck you, man. Like if I crack, like it's amazing to me the people that will like crack a package of something. It smells bad,
and they
fucking proceed, or to do whatever. Like I'm gonna just consume it because I don't know, like that's out of I don't know.
Yeah,
I just turned 36. Clearly, I'm going on fucking. You're talking. I am a like decently well put together version of the guy from the Up movie. I don't have a house with balloons on it. Like, I haven't reached like that.
What was his deal?
Ed Asner-y level of.
I never saw it.
Well, he just, he's kind of this like timid dude. He clearly like hasn't like lived, a real like outstanding life. He has like some regrets. His wife dies, and after his wife dies, he just clearly becomes just like a very, just cranky old man.
Yeah.
Who's like set on trying to fly his house to South America with balloons. That's a pretty bad plot synopsis. There you go. But that's
cranky old man flies house to South America.
It's just animated Ed Asner being Ed Asner in like probably how he is in real life.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm becoming, clearly. I mean, I was sitting outside the other day and I was at the brewery and there was bass coming from down the street that was like too loud.
And it offended you?
God damn it. It didn't like, to the point, I wasn't like, that shit needs to get turned down or we need to go inside.
Yeah.
I just reached that weird point where I'm like, God damn it. Like, this is, I can hear it. And it's not just like blending into like my sort of background headspace anymore. Like, I don't know. Maybe we'll have to change the name of this show to like
just grumpy
and the beard. Yeah. I don't know. I'll let you guys decide. But yeah, I don't know, man. Just have those moments. I try not to have those moments. I think I've had them this year with music too. That's like another one where I'm just
I feel that, man. I mean, I've and maybe that's not why we're not feeling the rap roll call right now. Like, I don't got shit I want to say about hip hop right now.
Yeah.
I still hip hop all day, every day.
Yeah.
But I don't want to talk about that shit right now. At least whatever's happening or not happening.
I mean, it's especially like you sent that thing to me where it was like that weird bracketed like tournament.
Oh yeah.
And I started looking at it.
Complex or Hip Hop DX's 2019 hip hop bracket.
God, there was garbage on there. Like there was good stuff.
It was like they're trying to put J-Rock up against Boogie with the Hoodie.
Yeah. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Like. That's
like I don't know whoever won that, but it's one of those Kendrick schemes, I'm sure.
I mean,
it was just an excuse to put Kendrick up against Cole too, anyway. So.
Yeah, but down south they had, I don't know, YNB somebody.
There's a couple of those. Corday. Yeah, he's hot and popping.
Oh, right now. I know. Not for me.
Yeah.
Just once again, attack of the grump, I guess. I don't.
Yeah, no big crit.
No, dude. Yeah,
Currency,
the South.
The
South was terrible. I think it had Soulja Boy.
Yeah, Soulja Boy and YNB. Yeah.
Fuck you.
That's it.
That whatever.
That's a shame.
I don't know, but apparently.
Yeah, I guess that's not this show. Yeah.
But I mean, in the same vein
we'll get back to the hip hop, here and there. But
yeah.
I'm happy, and it's kind of refreshing to maybe not have to feel like we have to keep up with like the oh-so contemporary or like what's new and popping this week that we can be grumpy about or pretend to have some interest in or whatever.
Or find, I mean, there's cool shit out there. I mean,
but without the pressure of like having to do that,
right?
Consistency becomes an issue with any kind of video or show or thing you're trying to get into.
Right.
And when you're dependent on like a specific industry for your content.
Right.
I mean, I know that's kind of a cop-out, but it makes it difficult.
Yeah. I mean, now I'm free to just read Google feeds of every goddamn like fan theory for goddamn Endgame.
Yeah.
If that shit doesn't hurry up and get out so I can stop seeing every goddamn fan theory about Endgame.
He wants to be grumpy about that.
Yep, there you go.
There's only one fan theory that piques my interest.
Ant-Man in the butthole?
Ant-Man in the butthole. There's no way around it. That's the only solution. That is the end game. To end all games.
End the games?
Yeah.
I mean, this is still, I'm pretty sure, a family-friendly film. So
put it in the butt. Get in the butt.
What in the butt? I'm not trying to be. I just, it's one of those things where like Google like listens to the things that I do and say. So then Google's like, "Hey friend, you like all this stuff?" And I just want to be like, Google,
you like BDSM gangbangs? Here's the newest update.
Yeah, that's what incognito mode is for, so that Google doesn't listen to that.
Wait, what's this incognito mode?
Oh, you don't know about it? It's the little spy man who's like, be careful, somebody's looking over your shoulder. Oh, god damn it. Prolapse furry porn. Fuck.
Oh, I shared that on my work email.
Oh, shit.
Not again.
I put it on Facebook? Yeah. That's...
Grandma, no.
So some of that stuff I just am like, every day, like, sometimes I'm just looking for something new, and typically it's just like a picture of, I don't know.
Yeah, that's
Robert Downey Jr. looking.
That's like, the whole internet right now.
Yeah, and
I was just at Best Buy with my pops a couple hours ago, and we're perusing the Blu-ray section as we usually do. We never buy anything, but we go and look at the Blu-rays and point at them and have you seen that movie? Have you seen that movie? Have you seen that? Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
We're looking at sci-fi, and my dad, like me, is like a really big sci-fi buff.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's old school sci-fi buff. He grew up in the 50s and 60s, and now he's a sucker for those like sci-fi channel, like teenage sci-fi shows. Like we all have superpowers and all of our parents are dead.
Oh,
and the earth is in a bubble. And
it's like a CW
like
kind of teen
stuff.
show meets but one of them's a werewolf
from space.
What?
Yeah. But like as he's gotten older, he pays less and less attention to like hard sci-fi or like I don't know. He doesn't take it that seriously.
Yeah.
But like needless to say, he knows his classic sci-fi too. Like he raised me up on Asimov and Bradbury and stuff.
Yeah.
And we're looking at the sci-fi Blu-rays, and he's like, I guess nobody cares about making good sci-fi movies anymore. Like it's all this Marvel shit. And there's like this wall of like Marvel and like the Robert Downey cutout and stuff. And I don't know where I was getting with that, but
no, I mean it's pervasive. It's everywhere.
Yeah.
I did hear a while, I don't know how long ago this was, but Spielberg said something where like comic book movies right now are like the modern, or like the Western are going to go the way of the Western. And at the time I kind of like, I think I heard that and I was like, fuck you, old man. But like, thinking about more, like, I don't know, the last couple weeks, I haven't seen it. I've heard that there's like sort of mixed reviews for the Captain Marvel movie. A lot of people are sort of saying that like, well, Marvel really has like elevated their game, and this one kind of just came in like underneath, I guess, what people really want.
Yeah.
People are like, oh, it's like whatever, like first tier feel, and I haven't seen it, so I'm not like weighing in there. But I do feel like if I'm maybe reading Spielberg's like thought correctly, it's in the like 30s and 40s and even like early part of the 50s, everybody was making a goddamn Western movie.
Right.
And then in the last like 40 years, there's probably been like 10 good Western films made because like people finally had to like really hone their game because the public can only like take so many of the same, just recycled tropes.
Yeah.
And recycled storylines. And that's kind of what, like, I love comics. But it takes like a really good, I've gotten out of comics probably a couple times in my life in big chunks. And I think that's because like I would hit walls where it was like, man, this all feels the same because the writing, and I kind of feel like that's probably what's going to happen in this case. There's going to be sort of just like a saturation of...
There's a plateau for everything.
Yeah, and ultimately it's going to come...
it's been saturated for a long time.
Yeah.
I just think that, I don't know, Marvel definitely... Like, there was superhero saturation in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
Before, like, the MCU and these, like, cinematic, like, I don't know, blockbusters or whatever.
Yeah.
There were tons of superhero movies in the late 90s, early 2000s. And to me, like, back then, it was super fucking annoying. And I didn't want to hear another goddamn thing about it.
Right.
But with this, like, kind of honed in, this universe, the MCU.
Yeah.
Like, they've raised the bar. And they are more kind of, I don't know, more like films.
Yeah.
Well,
they've created, they've done
it's still like mindless action.
Yeah.
But I don't know, there's something more like artistic and like, I don't know, like touchy-feely about it. And like this whole like universe and the culture surrounding it is definitely like more like, I don't know, within my like personal like grasp and like...
Yeah. Well,
So it's like saturated, but I feel like it's building up to something nicely, and it's not like because it's on this like timeline, right?
Yeah.
Since all these movies are linked together, and sort of not really following the timeline of the comics, but still there's like a connection, like between the films, like all these little puzzle pieces.
Right.
I think that's what makes it work.
Well, there's world building.
And it didn't work, so it's a series.
Yeah, they're serializing comic films.
Yeah, and it hasn't worked in the past because it was just like, well, that superhero is not popular anymore, so here's another superhero feature, and here's another superhero feature, and like, oh, now we got, Swamp Man and Rocket Boy and
nipples on Batman's
costume.
But
now at least when you have the Swamp Man and the Rocket Boy and the talking trees and raccoons and gods and scientists, they're all connected.
Everybody knows,
and like that makes it fun and interesting. Yeah. And everybody has a part about it. Everybody has their own thing they like about it.
Yeah,
it can all come together in the end, and it's a conversation starter. And you have the fan theories and all this stuff, and the comic book nerds get to resurface from their mom's basement and talk about how inaccurate all this shit is to the canon. And so I think they're winning. They're obviously winning. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry that is fucking everywhere. Toothpaste, macaroni,
there were tags on the pineapples at work with a picture of Captain Marvel on
them. And I see Groot Jello like 3 years after Guardians 2 came out. They got Groot Jello at every grocery store in town.
What is Groot Jello supposed to taste
like? It's
just
Jello with the picture of Groot on the box.
Okay. Doesn't taste like a tree.
Right.
Okay. Just making sure. I didn't know if it was some sort of sad, greenish brown mess.
No, just the marketing. The same thing with Star Wars. Just like it becomes popular enough, you can everybody can get on that bandwagon.
Yep.
And
it's like a toy train. For sure. I have reached a point in my life where I feel like I can't collect.
But I feel like Star Wars and Marvel are the two franchises that can keep that shit going for a really long time.
Well, we'll see about
Star Wars was supposed to burn out fast and hard.
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever saw that documentary about Star Wars toys and collectibles.
Oh, yeah.
On Netflix.
Yeah.
they didn't expect that shit to happen, like their deal with Hasbro.
Yeah.
Well, they partnered with some other small company, and they're like, we'll sell like a couple thousand units.
Yeah.
And then like fucking 43 years later, it's just still the biggest fucking deal, cross-generational, across 3 generations.
I go into comic shops and like those like 78 toys, those 1980 toys. Like, goddamn, I should have held on.
Oh yeah, those. And they're worth a pretty penny.
Yeah,
so.
Like, I don't know. It's, and I guess that's the thing. Like, I'm taking back. Like, I'm not trying to be grumpy about it, and like I want to see it do well. I do see things sometimes where comic book creators kind of get down on like, or have a tendency to criticize like the films because they feel like people, because the reality is like the comic book industry is like kind of dying, like because nobody wants to read the comics. Right. They just like, want to see the movies.
Yeah.
And then the comic book writers feel this weird need to have to write their comics the way that the characters are presented on film, because that's how the majority of the population, like if they really want to like try to spark, but the reality of the situation is like those comic book, like the characters on film are far less three-dimensional than what you can do in, like
obviously, yeah,
I don't know, 50 issue run or something where you're like really building like these deep sort of, and
but it's, I mean, the difference there is speaks to like the current audience and entertainment audience. It's instant gratification.
Yeah. Well, it's also the fact that like Marvel got sold, 20 fucking years ago to like a toy company that then got sold to so-and-so and then finally got sold to Disney.
Yeah. But like I can learn Iron Man's backstory, even if it's not completely canon. I can learn a lot about Iron Man in 2 hours.
Right.
Versus, going all over the fucking city to find, 30 different comics from 3 different series.
Right. And what is, I mean, that's the thing. What is canon? Because...
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not even going to get into that because I'm not, that's not what I live and die on, but... Because too many...
Yeah, and their canon is not as straightforward as, say, something like Star Wars.
Right. Wait, what do you mean now?
Well, I mean,
no,
we're talking like 4 years ago, but...
Wait, are you telling me that you think Rey's parents are actually Jedi, but aren't? I'm confused now. Put your comments down below.
Yeah.
You mean Rian Johnson didn't ruin Star? Anyway, that's a whole different show right there. Yeah, I don't know. What else do you got?
I mean, shit. What else I got about what?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe is this what we got? Episode 1 in the can?
Yeah. I mean, it's just I don't know where we were going with this. I think like the point before we got it talking about Marvel was like that's the kind of shit we can talk about if that's what you guys want to listen to. Or
there you go.
That's just what we end up talking about. Like, I got a whole lot of sci-fi shit I want to talk about. Yeah. You read a lot of comics and shit. We still want to talk about hip hop.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to talk about work a lot because that'll fuck me over in the end.
Yeah. Because I still work there.
Yeah, I still work somewhere, and I want to continue working there.
Yeah.
Shit, I play video games, and his wife is evolving into a gamer, and there's some common ground there.
I'm still trying to figure out whether I should buy Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice.
Oh man, just buy her that Red Dead, man.
I got her Ghost. I got her Fallout 4 for her birthday.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, just because that's one that.
Yeah, she'll have fun with that.
Yeah. And I've been trying to talk myself out of Sekiro because every other like Soulsborne game that I played that I think that I'm really gonna love this.
It's like it's gonna look samurai Dark Souls.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
And then I just get fucking murdered, and I'm not, I'm not 20 now. Like if I spend like 4 hours in front of a video game and I haven't done shit, I feel like I have wrecked my whole day.
Yeah, I better have some loot. Give me the loot.
Give me the loot. Give me the loot.
I better have some cool new alligator skin costume or something.
No, and I've watched playthroughs on it, and I'm like, this looks fucking dope. But I also know, like, the people who are playing those fucking playthroughs are like, this is pretty hard, but it's not that hard.
Yeah.
That's what they do for a goddamn living. Yeah. Like, they just play.
Oh, one quick thing about video games I've been meaning to talk with somebody about. Microsoft has got this campaign for their, what is it called? So it's their adaptive controller. Are you familiar with this?
I am not.
So the past couple years, they were working on an adaptive controller for people with a wide range of different like physical or like developmental disabilities.
Right. Okay.
And I thought, like, at first, like, you know, that's great, that's awesome. You know, probably a lot of people in the disabled community that could take advantage from this. They have the fucking coolest marketing campaign going on right now. Check it out on YouTube. Working with like a couple like gamers who like take advantage of that shit.
Okay.
And I hate the way disability is treated, and we've had this conversation a bunch in this country, and like everybody's like pussyfooting and like babying people with disabilities, and it's basically this whole like othering of like this group of people. But Microsoft has got these really like inclusive, yet like I don't know, like expressive, and I don't know. Just check them out. Check out the commercials.
Okay, yeah. I think I saw
treating like disabled gamers like gamers.
Right.
You know, like, you're still a fucking pussy noob and I'm gonna wreck you even though I have use of all my fingers and you're using your toes and your nose. Like, no matter what, like,
what's up, casual?
I'm still gonna kick your ass.
Yeah.
But, you know, we're almost on a level playing field.
All right.
I think that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, I saw, I think, if I remember correctly, I saw something at the beginning when I went and saw Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
And there was a thing that started, there was a kid.
Yeah.
And he's sitting there and he has all his, like, friends around him. And that one felt really, maybe that's not the same one. Okay. That one felt really like...
Because a lot of the times it's like, but Steve,
exactly, yeah. It was just...
You're just like us. Yeah. But a couple of these commercials I've seen, it's just like a dude in his chair, like, sorry, you know, and his other buddy...
But he's still like,
they're just like burning each other.
Still teabagging the shit out of him on the battlefield. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's fucking great.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I can appreciate that way more because that is, well, I mean, if anybody's ever played an online game.
I guess that's the whole like equity over equality kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I like to see that.
Yeah. If somebody else's Master Chief is like sticking their hot, sweaty nuts in my face, and he happens to have like severe, like, you know, palsy, and he's just like, fucker, then like, good on him. Like,
and I'm still gonna try to spawn and fucking
I will try to 360 no scope him, and then just terrible shit about his mom, just terrible things. It's fine. He's good. With it. He can talk back to me. Yeah.
So yeah, we could talk books, movies, games, fucking shitty people we have to interact with on a daily basis.
And a lot of those, yeah.
Yeah, whatever's clever. We're gonna have some guests.
Yeah.
Want to partridge in a pear tree. Want to partner with the accidentally fasting.
Yeah, definitely.
A couple other folks doing stuff like that.
Yeah.
Maybe some live streams.
Yeah. And, well, actually, try to make this like a little more interactive. Really, like, get out in front of getting people to, because we tried this with Rap Roll Call. Really tried to get people to like kind of let us know what to talk
and we didn't
about,
get any feedback, but maybe we were looking for too specific of an audience. If you know us, you like us, you can watch us, or whatever. It doesn't really matter. We'll find viewers.
Yeah,
trust me. No. we
will.
We're
we have to watching you.
Even if we have to pay for them.
Yeah, you're goddamn right.
We'll get a Patreon going. Speaking of paying, in this case, you paying us.
Yeah.
And I'd like to upgrade us to a more mobile camera setup, and we'll get out there and open and go to some nerd cons and shit.
Yeah.
Hit up the strip club, you know, have some You know,
get that out of my face. What? Yeah.
Out in the field kind of shit.
Yeah.
Do some Eric Andres, you know.
Let me in. Yeah. So I guess this is like a little bit of a sampler platter for
a little sample of that trash fish, hot and ready for you.
There you go. Consume at your own risk.
Yeah, exactly.
Do not come yelling at us if it did make you sick.
Yeah.
Because
if this show bothers you,
that shit's
I don't
free.
fucking care.
Yeah.
That's your problem. You clicked on it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Should we say all the triggering things right now?
Adios. I don't have anything to say.
No, I think I'm good as well.
Yeah.
But all right, check us out. We coming back with more. Keep this on a regular schedule.
Yeah.
Let us know
trashy.
what you want.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Smell you later.
Yep.